Hey. Are we ready?
We're ready.
Yep.
Perfect. Let's start. So, hello everyone. I'm George from WashyWashy, the Uber for waterless car washing.
Like it.
Try remember every time you had to get your car washed, but you were too busy or tired to do that, then you are our customer. The truth is that a lot of car owners simply don't have time or energy to get their cars washed, and even more dream of having car washes near them. And like all of this wasn't enough, a single car can waste up to 80 gallons of fresh water. But fear not, because we are here. Now the wash is just 5 clicks away. After you order on our app, the washer arrives at your location within 20 minutes and without using a single drop of water, gives it a premium wash. You would ask, how do we do that? We use specialized biodegradable compounds that both liquefy the dirt and grime on the car and act as a lubricant for us not to scratch it. Because we have no need for water tanks or hoses, we managed to fit all of our equipment in a small sports bag that can be carried either by a foot or scooter. And finally, as we leave no residue, we are not limited by location. We can wash cars in garages, buildings, and anywhere else. With WashyWashy, you don't just save hours of your time. While saving 77 gallons of fresh water, your car will actually stay cleaner and shinier for longer. Our main business model is B2C, offering our customers both one-time services or monthly subscriptions, but we also work with businesses like car dealerships and showrooms for mass fleet orders. We are fully bootstrapped, and the second we figured out how to do this, at first my co-founder and I, and then a few part-time washers that we hired, managed to wash more than 200 cars, generating more than $4,600 in revenue, are actively servicing 3 showrooms, and have a retention rate of 35%, which will drastically increase when we launch the app. The mobile car wash market is booming right now with 11.2%, but our market isn't Georgia or nearby regions, it's actually US, as it has proven to have the most payable customers, but we'll talk about this later. We do have competition, but they solve individual problems while we solve all of them while being faster and more scalable. We acquire customers by partnering up with auto influencers and partnering up with premium gathering places like gyms and hair salons where our customers leave the cars. We also will start working at luxury dwellings and areas where there are no car washes. In the year 1 in Georgia, we project to wash 25,000 cars, which will generate us $550,000, but in the year 2, when we expand to the US, both our revenue and number of washes will increase drastically. We're the second-time founders who have years of experience not only in the car wash industry, but startups. We won numerous accelerators and other startup programs for our previous startups and now are ready for this venture. And finally, we need GITA funding to improve our existing app, invest some money into marketing, purchase the necessary equipment to scale the operations, and hire and outsource some personnel. That is all. And for those of you who want to watch how we wash the cars, here are some QR codes for our YouTube videos.
Cool.
The Maybach and Toyota explain the whole process. The Rolls-Royce and Jaguar are the washed cars after that. So bring it on with your questions.
Bring it on, baby.
Yes, sir.
So I love it, and I wish I brought my car along on this trip so that I can have you wash it for me. So this is a great business.
Thank you.
Because my in-laws in California own a chain of car washes.
Okay.
12 or 15 different car washes in California. And those things just print money. It's amazing how much money those car washes make.
If you have a car, you need to wash it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about business model. I'm curious, like, again, there are 2 things I heard, and I liked one, I didn't, and not as much the other one. So,
Yes.
you know, the Uber of car wash made me excited. Like, you know, it's pretty cool, you know, to be honest, you know, to build a platform where you invite, obviously, your customers, but at the same time, you create jobs, right? So it's just like Uber Eats and, you know, all the delivery stuff, you know, basically the same model, right?
Yes.
That is exciting to me, versus the way you wash it.
Plus, we pay our washers more.
So tell me how you find.
Wait.
Do you hire the personnel who washes the car?
Yes, so we have like a funnel how we hire the washers. So it doesn't matter if you're experienced car washer or you haven't done it yet, because we figured out how to teach you it as quickly as possible.
This is unique.
So after you basically learn from our tutorials, then you have a test car to wash. And the thing about our method is that if you butcher the job, it will leave streaks of blacks that showcase if you did the good job or not. So after we basically train our washers, they can work.
Why would you do that? Why don't you create the marketplace where people sign up for job, and just like Uber deliveries, so the people just sign up and delivery, you just get a cut. And you move on. Like, you're spending so much time, resources to train these guys, and
Well, you got to qualify.
Well, there's quality control.
You got to qualify.
That's
right?
the thing. So for us to have this method successful, the quality should be on the standard. And because we provided the necessary equipment, they can be contractors. They have to be our employees.
Yeah.
And because of that, we can set a higher standard for them to work and actually manage how they do everything. Because if just a random person signs up and does one job or two jobs and they butcher that job up, our reputation will go down. And on this market, there is already some doubts because this method is new. Nobody has done this before.
Yeah.
So we have to prove that we're great. And that's why we partner with the influencers, and that's why we're so focused on the quality of the washes.
So it's interesting. If you look at the original Uber pitch deck, and you can find it if you Google it, you'll find it.
Yeah.
It's very interesting to me to see that their original pitch deck, which was called, I think it was called Uber Taxi, was the name of the company they were pitching. And the idea was that they were going to own the cars, and the drivers were all going to be employees. And so what's interesting is they ended up in kind of the exact opposite model. And I think what Zaza is saying is probably right, that in the short run, having the washers be your employees probably makes sense. In the long run, the scalability is more likely to come from making this.
Well, wait, I didn't hear employee. I heard contractor. I did not hear employee.
Okay, so I said that they are not contractors, both here in Georgia, because as we provide the equipment by the laws.
Oh, you did. Oh, you did say employee.
Yeah. So,
You have to be
and
an
the thing,
employee
Well,
in
they
Georgia.
tell them, just make them rent the equipment. I mean, have them rent the equipment, and they can be contractors, can't they?
we can do that as well, but we wanted to show, at least in the beginning,
Yeah.
we can do that in the future, that it will be accessible for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because like the main difference when you drive Uber or do something else, you either need a car or basically to invest something. Here you don't.
So I think
Yeah.
in the short run, the employee
okay.
model I think is fine.
Yeah.
I think what we're saying is the scalability eventually will benefit from using a contractor model instead.
So the thing is, per city, let's say in Tbilisi or even Austin, which is the next city that we want to expand in the year or two, we need only around 16 to 24 washers to wash the amount of cars that we basically want to.
Do you really think someone's going to pay $100 to $120?
Oh, absolutely.
Per
And
car?
our
In the
biggest,
U.S. they will, right?
in the US.
No, we
in
pay
the
more.
US.
Yeah, US for sure.
So, may I
We
say?
do that.
Okay,
Who's
sorry,
the
we're
guy
talking
who
over here.
in-laws?
Okay,
We'll let
absolutely.
you talk.
Okay,
$22.
okay, Bill, Gwen. So the
I
Spiffy, the
wouldn't
most
pay
successful
$100.
water-based on-demand service in
Right,
the US,
right.
By
they
in-laws car
charge from
washes,
$110.
the basic is
And
$40.
they are
Right.
already in 30 cities.
Yeah.
They are
By
super
the time you
successful.
add
and
on
we
that
can
No,
do
stuff,
that
so
for
we,
you.
you know, I think we buy the you can get that
Get it.
in the U.S.
Right?
Yeah,
Maybe.
Get it.
Yeah.
So,
They
but
try to
okay.
upsell you on all the
Can I? So,
Okay.
Yes?
so you're selling this stuff.
Yeah.
The compound is called Aero Cosmetics.
Aero Cosmetics is the company that produces it, and we are
Oh,
the
you don't produce it?
we don't produce it. We are the contracted
Oh.
distributors here in Georgia.
Right.
Okay.
That's why we buy for the best prices.
So can I just buy the compound?
Yeah.
Absolutely, you can.
Yeah.
And you can even buy the towels, but if you don't know how to do that, it will take you up to 3 hours to do that. You will probably not wash the car as well as we can.
Okay.
And basically, we'll just waste your money.
Okay.
You can do that, sure.
Yeah. But
I
when you
thought
come to
that
the
was your
U.S., I'm not
compound.
sure I'm going to be comfortable with the $100 for my car. But
Yeah.
in any case,
That's why
pay.
we have Spiffy as an example, because
Yeah.
they had a huge growth. They're doing $87 million annually.
No.
They wash an ungodly amount of cars every year.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
like, if I want to wash the car, let's say tonight, how early I have to book it? How early I have to book?
how much head?
You don't book. You just schedule, and we arrive
Yeah,
at your
that's what I'm saying.
location.
Yeah, so he's like, he
wants
wants to
his
do it
car
tonight.
washed
It's
today.
8 o'clock tonight. Is that easy? Like, if he wants to book it now?
Well, it
like, you
depends
need
on
like
the-
Yeah,
some,
because so the thing is,
Yeah.
we actually uncovered while washing the cars that there are a lot of people who want their cars to be washed sometimes even overnight. So basically,
Yeah.
have washers on the clock. Some work during the day and some during the night.
Yeah.
But again, you can basically order it anytime you want.
How many employees do you have right now?
Okay, so for now we have 3 part-time employees, and that's for the massive orders on really busy days, like let's say Fridays or Saturdays when we have the highest demand.
Yeah. And you're in Tbilisi?
We're in Tbilisi, yes.
Yeah. So, okay.
Okay.
So, and then what is that? I mean, that's this compa. I actually have
Yeah.
not heard of this waterless
Yes.
compound.
You
had?
I heard it. Yeah.
You had?
It exists.
So,
That's not it's not anything new, but I just love the platform. But again,
Yeah.
to the Brett's point, that's again as an investor, you want to see the big picture, right? So this is what I did at her, and it's
So- yeah. So, but again, there's no barrier to entry, right?
Right, right.
You don't have any exclusive with Aero Cosmetics, right?
We can have the exclusive. We already had talks with them about that.
Okay.
In both Georgia and in the US when
So
necessary.
what's the key to defending this business? Because
Yeah.
any 3 guys can get together and launch this anywhere.
Okay, so there are several things. The
Yeah,
first is
no, I like
the
it.
methodology.
Yeah, I
how do we do that? Because
Yeah.
the WashyWashy has been around for
doesn't
like a
seem like
year,
liking
and the
it.
first 6 months we were figuring out how to get the time down, how to make it the most cost-effective, how to wash the car the best way possible. So you have
Right.
to understand that first.
Right.
Second is that even if you have the money, you still have to hire the personnel, you still have to market that. So
Yeah.
the same, how to say, scalability issue, so to say,
Right.
applies to everyone else. And then there is the customer loyalty.
Right?
Because when we already remove the headache of when to wash your car,
Right.
the customers will be ours. And that's why
Yeah.
we want to expand as rapidly as we can so we can catch the massive market. Like even Spiffy, right?
Yeah.
As successful as they are, they're only in 30 cities. Only in 30.
Okay.
So there are many other
Wow.
cities just to conquer.
Tell us about your background. Can you go to the page in your background?
The what?
Your background.
Oh, our background. Absolutely.
Why are you the right guy?
You mentioned about exit, right? So you're
So it wasn't the exit. We had previous startups which failed. Like, I'll just be honest about that. But we were product centric at first. Now, the second we started doing this, we started washing the cars. We were figuring out the customers. So every mistake that we could have done, we already did them in the past. And plus the experience we got from all those programs and accelerators or incubators, now we have the experience and the knowledge, plus the domain expertise as well, to make the startup work.
Will you do me a favor and connect with me on LinkedIn or something?
What?
Connect with me. Connect with
Find
me
him
on
on
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Find him on LinkedIn.
Oh,
Connect
sure,
with him.
absolutely.
Yeah, he's
Because-
got a family in the car wash
Oh,
business,
absolutely, I
right?
will.
Okay.
Well, and the other thing is there was one of these in San Francisco, and they failed. And
Was it
But
waterless?
it was water.
Or was
It was water.
Was it just on site?
it was mobile car wash. It
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
it wasn't the
Yeah.
waterless.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
still, I was kind of surprised when they failed. And so I'm going to do some research on why they failed.
It also
So-
depends where you actually start doing that.
Okay, but hang on. My point is
Yeah.
just that in my head, I'm thinking about there was that,
Yeah,
that one
I
company.
know the
and-
one. Yeah.
So I just want to, it'd be helpful to both of us to know why it was that they failed.
But this feels like it could be a franchise model.
It can.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
does.
I can, on every campus
Yeah.
in the United States, there are going to be 3 dorm mates
Absolutely.
who would do this, right?
Yes.
For
Yeah.
spare money.
Yeah.
Don't you
Yeah.
think?
Plus,
Again-
we pay them a lot. That's the thing. Plus, so they can do that. We can do this as a franchise. We can, again,
Right.
as necessary, change the hiring model. So we have the flexibility. And we'll finish with
So I
last
think
thing.
he's got, he's got a short term and a long term.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
The
yeah,
short
yeah.
term is he's going to scale this up in Georgia. He's going to learn a lot by doing that. And then the long term is scaling it globally, which likely is going to require changing the model to perhaps franchise, perhaps independent contractors. Yeah, I like your idea, Bill, of 3 guys on a college campus.
Is Spiffy waterless or water?
They're water-based. So
They are water-
they
okay,
have vans,
okay.
and that's why they're
Right.
limited with locations. They can wash in garages or parkings, or even like in the middle of the street. Because in the US, especially, there are some federal laws that prohibit you from washing a car outside because it leaves residue. We don't.
Right.
And that's one of our strengths.
No, that's
Did you live outside of the Georgia before?
What?
Did you live outside of the Georgia before?
No.
you've always been in Georgia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
English is so good.
Oh, thank you a
Okay.
lot.
All right.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.